You know when you walk into your class and your teacher greets you saying, "Good morning," or "Hey, how you doing?" And you just say, "Good, thanks." Well, this was not the case for me. Today I'm going to be telling you exactly the whole story of how I saw my teacher in a bikini. Yeah. It all started when I was asked to go help at a race event with my auntie. Now, this race event was swim, bike, run. Now, my auntie was actually participating in this race, so I was with her husband on the corner where the racing starts. So basically, when you start running, there is a really weird corner that can confuse a lot of people, and my job was to make sure that people don't get confused, and I tell them where to go or how many laps they have to run left. Now, the first race was swimming, and while everyone was getting ready for swimming, my teacher was kind of in the corner of the pool, not actually in the pool, but just around the pool, and he was with, I assume, his daughter, and I was just walking around, scoping the whole place out, and then I saw him. Basically, I just kind of looked to my left and saw this man in sort of, I guess you could say, underpants, like swimming underpants kind of togs things, but it looked like the half of a bikini, so that's what I'm going to be calling it today. Now, when I saw it, I kind of didn't think too much of it, and I also didn't see that it was my teacher or future teacher. I just knew that it was an old man wearing underpants, and it was kind of funny, disgusting at the same time, which was weird. Anyway, I thought it was kind of funny in my head, just, I didn't have my phone on me at the time, so I couldn't send one of those funny Snapchats to my friends being like, "The fuck is this?" So basically, I just kind of looked to my left again, but this time he looked directly into my eyes, like eye contact at 100 level words. So I didn't really know what to do or say, so I just didn't say anything. I was about to let out just a hi, but I didn't, because that would have been weird. So I looked back, I stopped looking at him, and I just thought, I kind of recognize this guy. And I didn't really want to say anything because it was kind of just an awkward situation in the first place. And I just kind of looked at him again, and I just thought, I do recognize this guy, but where in the hell do I recognize him from? So I thought for about 5 to 10 minutes about where I've seen this guy, how do I recognize him, and maybe what I've seen him on. Was he a family friend? But I didn't think that he was a family friend, because I probably would have recognized him a lot more and probably would have said hello if he was a family friend. So I thought about it more, but the more I thought about it, the more time passed, and it was time for me to head to my little station thing where I would just, tell people where to go on that corner and tell them how many laps they had left. It would only take 20 to 30 minutes for the first race to finish, and then people would start moving onto their bikes, or they would start moving onto their running, because you had options to either do the biking and swimming or the running and swimming all. Now this guy I recognized, he only did swimming and running. So he was already up to running, and he was going at a very, very fast pace. So we saw him a couple times, and he passed by and he said, "Hey, how you doing?" to my uncle, my auntie's husband, and he was like, "Good, thanks," and then he was off. And this guy was actually pretty fast. Like, he was definitely in shape, he was fit, but I don't necessarily say he was muscly or like, that kind of bodybuilder stereotype, but he was definitely fit. Like, he was definitely about fitness. Otherwise, why would he be doing this race, of course? So the next time we saw him, it had only been about 10 minutes past, which is a short amount of time because you had to kind of loop around this forest area, up a hill, I think flat, and then up a hill and down. Now before I continue with the story, I want to be that kind of person and say only 18% of my viewers are actually subscribed, so don't be a weirdo and click that subscribe button. These videos take actually longer than you'd expect, so if you could just hit that like button, it would be greatly appreciated. Now back to the story. He came past one more time, I think it was on his second lap, and my uncle said, "Hey, how you doing again?" And he said, "Hey," and then I don't exactly know what they said, but he told my uncle his name. And that's when I knew, because this teacher used to be my hockey coach, which means I knew his first name. So I just had a moment of realization what I had just seen, and little did I know that this teacher that I've seen in a so-called bikini was actually my future teacher, and now he is my teacher at the moment. And I mean, it's not awkward at all because sometimes I just occasionally don't remember, and then sometimes I will remember, like now, and that's why I'm telling you this story. It's something I haven't actually told my friends this story, so I'll be excited to see their reactions, but this was like a year ago now, so it's not so much of a big deal, but it was definitely weird. And sometimes I'll be in my class talking to my friends doing stupid shit, and I'll occasionally look at my teacher and go, I remember that when he was in a bikini. And my mind just wants to die immediately, because who would want to remember that? I mean, your teacher in a bikini. But it sure does tell a good story, so I'll be honest, it's kind of something to joke about. And I have not told him, and I think he forgot. And I've not told him that or something like that, because that would be the most awkward conversation ever. I'd probably be shitting myself if I actually did that, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you could subscribe, it'd help out a lot. This video actually took longer than you'd probably expect it to. And thank you so much for watching again, and like the video. Bye!